So this is the development of pharmacy practice we'll cover. So first at a global level. So pharmacy practice started with the writing of prescription and the dispensing of that prescription. So if we see the history, global history, the earliest prescription is traced in 2700 BC, written by Sumerians who lived in the land between the river Tigris and Euphrates. So mainly contribution is did by Galen, who discovered the many plant originated drugs, and he defined that agent as a drug, that is anything that acts on a body to bring about the changes. Mainly in a recent syllabus also we have chapter Galenicus, which is related to the extract, dry extract, infusions, decoctions. All it is due to the research what is did by the Galen in 164 AD. So this is the foreign history, but if we see the Indian history, which is again very older than this history, but as we refer to the American and all these standards, so usually each and every book mentions about this. Otherwise, our Ayurveda practice is very old than this practice. But unfortunately, we focus more on this English material. Therefore, otherwise, our history is older. So this pharmacy word is came from the Western culture. Therefore, we are referring all this in this context. So the pharmacy, as we seen, legally separated from the medicine in 1231 AD in Sicily and Italy. On similar line, if we compare with the India, so our Vedacharyas were the master in the compounding also, and also in the diagnosis. So similar line here, that Ayurvedic principles, what we followed. He was a doctor, and nowadays our pharmacists are also directly involving in the Ayurvedic medicines, herbal medicines. Likewise, there is a separation taking place. So this typical pharmacy word and the pharmacy history start from this again Western culture. So it is again old. So main at international level, main boost is given by the Britain first. So by establishing Royal Pharmaceutical Society of Great Britain in 1941. So this is till today the prestigious association which is working for development of a pharmacy. So in UK only in 1986, one report by Newfield, he recommended that the pharmacy should not only restrict to the compounding and dispensing, but should extend its services to the different aspects of healthcare. And if we see in 1988 only, the government legally approved or endorsed the role of the clinical pharmacist. And thus the journey of this, the role of a pharmacist in the patient care field started. In the Europe also, in initial days, earlier days, the only compounding was there, that is extemporaneous preparations. But again, due to the manufacturing part in the world, this compounding is diminished. And today, the same practice is there, the compounding is less, but we have the manufactured products. So after that, in 1960s, 70s, the pharmacists shifted to the clinical pharmacy practice. And from 1990s, actually, the participation of the pharmacist in the patient care, mainly in the clinical aspect or in the clinical services like blood pressure checking, BP checking, providing of drug information, providing the poison information, all is started in the European countries. In America, so all we know that many of we have the dream to work as a registered pharmacist, clinical pharmacist, community pharmacist in America. So PharmD is really developed in the America, so which is the 6-year degree program. from 2004 they not permitted a B.Pharm or the 4-year program. They made a 6-year program. So if we see in the America, our earlier students are working as a registered pharmacist after a B.Pharm, but nowadays it requires M.Pharm or a PharmD. In the M.Pharm and PharmD, again the PharmD is a closer because syllabus is the same like of the patient oriented or the clinical oriented. So in America also, recording. In America also, that pharmacist is engaged in dispensing, and today along with the patient care services, it is also involved in the compounding also. So compounding is still not ended. In specialized products, there is a compounding going on. So in our department also, okay, we not do the compounding, but do the one part, that is dose division for pediatric patient. As I told yesterday, so we regularly provide a dose division. It is a part of compounding only. So in this modern days also, the pharmacist should be able to compound the product. So it is the art of pharmacy or art of the compounding is more important. In 1960s, the pharmacists included in the team of doctors for taking wards. So therefore, in our syllabus also from 4th year onwards, we have the major portion, that is taking part in ward rounds to understand the clinical aspects, or doctors' intention to prescribe for a therapy, which medicaments are prescribed, whether it is a correct medicament or not. Likewise, so this is the part. So in Canada, this pharmacy it comes under the National Health Insurance Program. So therefore, the guidelines are strict. Again, we have to follow number of SOPs, protocol. So it is mainly in all the parts of developed country where the systems are well set, and that pharmacist has to follow. But if the systems are there, there is always chance for opportunity for growth of pharmacist. So here till that degree pharmacy is okay, but internship is most important. And whether it is America, Canada, most of these countries have the examination before getting registered as a registered pharmacist. And here also pharmacy practice, dispensing, compounding, they are doing. So in the Australia also, it is nicely developed pharmacy practice with the minimum qualification of 4 years bachelor degree with the internship in the this healthcare concept or the community pharmacy concept. The community pharmacy is comparatively stronger in the Australia. And in all the developed countries, plus point is after education, after examination, then after registration, that pharmacists, registered pharmacists have to complete the continuous education programs. That is the training in the regular manner. Then and then the registration get renewed. So this is the plus point. In the Australia, that community pharmacy engagement is good. Plus, they have the another good important service. It is called as a home medicine review community pharmacist. So here, that community pharmacist work in association with the physicians for a general disease management or the therapy management. And such trained pharmacists have the very good respect, and they are also well paid. So in different other parts also the degree pharmacy with the experience in the industry hospital is considered. In the Africa again, like India, here the major activity the dispensing of the medicament. Now we'll come to the Asian countries. So in the Asian countries also, in the Japan, Korea, and different such countries, these pharmacists are usually B.Pharm 4-year degree pharmacists, and they maintain the patient medication record. They provide the patient counseling. They are doing the drug information services. Likewise, so they are doing the job of this community pharmacy or pharmacy practice. Another component which is not mentioned here, these are the Gulf countries where we have the many students from this part. Actually, as compared to the ECA or the Western countries, number of pharmacy colleges are less. But they have follow the practice, mainly American practice or the European practice they follow, and they appoint the pharmacy graduates. Mainly, the pharmacy practice is run through the hospital, means hospital care, pharma care is dominating there. And even in such a area where the pharmacy colleges are less, but the practice is the same, pharmacy practice is required. Therefore, we have many students from that part. So then we'll come to the India. So my